Basically, in this video, what I want to talk about is, I guess the early communism of Karl Marx, and I guess about the hidden stratification that's inside of something, and how you can, I guess, observe something or observe a system from the outside and think of it as one way via observable things, and then you can analyze it and take it apart and look at it, and you will find something else. And I guess Karl Marx in his Communism kind of wrote against capitalism, and that's also something that comes from it. It also relates to the philosophy or the structural or the structuralism and structural anthropology of Claude Lévi Strauss. This book is a definite good one. Hopefully, I will own a copy of this someday. This is a library copy, but the whole thing is Marx in his critique of capitalism. Capitalism, in the way that it works in a society, it looks like it gives people freedom to do what they want to do, and it looks like it's very profitable and very helpful to many people. So people who are capitalists pretty much think that way for a certain reason, and then they do things that way for a certain reason, and they try to make capitalism look a certain way, or they kind of use it to make it look a certain way, to be a certain way. And Marx, what he comes along and does in the Communist Manifesto, as well as Capital, as well as various other writings, what he does is and I guess what I'm trying to say is that capitalism and the people who put it into practice and use it try to make it seem a certain way, or try to make it be a certain way from the outside. Obviously America is a capitalist country, and there's very good reasons for that, for reasons of freedom, and lots of other great reasons to keep capitalism alive here. And what Marx comes along and does is he tries to break this down and almost deconstruct it, and almost reveal hidden stratification inside of it, and to show what it really is. And I guess when we talk about revealing hidden stratification, we're talking about Marx and Sigmund Freud, and then those people, and then even these structurists like Lévi Strauss, Ferdinand de Saussure, Roland Barthes, and others. So what Marx tries to do is he tries to basically show this, or to unveil this hidden structure as to what capitalism really is and does. And what he does is he tries to show the class struggle between the proletarian and the bourgeoisie. The bourgeois, of course, if you don't know about Marx, it's mostly that it's the proletarian are the ones who do the labor to make the product. And there's also this issue of a commodity where the labor, and what is produced from the labor, becomes a commodity, and Marx discusses a fetishism with that. So the proletarian does the work. The proletarian produces the stuff, and the bourgeois own all of the means of production, and the bourgeois own and basically manage all of it, and they basically get whatever profit comes from it, and they get whatever profit comes from it, and the proletarian gets wage, of course, to make his life sustainable, just enough to get by, and while the bourgeoisie makes whatever profit that the proletarians actually produce, and the bourgeois basically own everything, and they basically, it's a lot about greed, and the whole capitalist thing is to try and make the most profit and get as much as you possibly can. Well, socialism and communism kind of reduces that to the whole means of production being government owned, to where the proletarian isn't alienated from his product. Basically, Marx talks about how the work the proletarian does is who he is, and it's what he is. And if he's alienated from that when the bourgeois does what they want with his product, and that stuff happening has the issue of estrangement of labor, or alienation. It's almost an alienation from himself, and that's kind of a bit of somewhat of what makes existentialism and Marxism kind of come together. And this book, Existentialism versus Marxism, has some really great stuff in it. It has works by Lukács, Marx himself, Nietzsche, Engels, Sartre, de Beauvoir, Marcuse, Camus, and even Novak himself, the one who edited the anthology. So, at the outset, capitalism can seem to be a certain way, while Marx tries to reveal that and break down that and stuff, and reveal that all that hidden strata, which shows what it really is and what harm it really does to the proletarian. And what Marx aims to do with his communism is like the ultimate goal is to make everything owned by the government, and everything is distributed on a needs basis, to where money and profit and food are basically distributed on a needs basis, and nothing is done for profit. Like in capitalism, you could basically do whatever you want to and get as much profit as you possibly can out of your business and out of your labor. While in communism and socialism, it's by a needs basis, and it's built to not allow you to do that. So there's good and bad things on both sides. Personally, I do not agree with capitalism. I'm not quite a communist. I'm not a commie or anything like that. But I don't think capitalism is the best thing. So like I like to read. I've read works by Max Weber, who isn't himself a communist but does speak out against capitalism. So, and how does this relate to Lévi Strauss? The way it does is that Lévi Strauss aims to sort of reveal the hidden structure of things, the hidden structure of who we are, and that the way things are, is based upon certain things being structured certain ways. So that's what that breaks down to. If you think I've messed something up, or if you have a question, or if you want to add something to what I've said, please comment below. I'd love to discuss with you and hear from you. Whenever you comment, I get a email, and if it's a constructive comment, then I will reply to you. And thank you very much.